Cindy gently arranged the boutonniere on her son's jacket, her eyes reflecting a range of emotions. "My boy, it's hard to believe how quickly time has passed to bring you to this day," she remarked with a blend of pride and nostalgia. "Mom, ease your worries," Jack reassured, sensing the undercurrent of concern. "It's not every day a mother witnesses her son's wedding day. How can I not worry? I know Liza, your bride-to-be, only through photographs. You'll love her, Mom. There's no one quite like her," Jack said with a confident smile. Reluctantly, Cindy sighed. "Well, we'll meet her at the wedding." Jack caught the hint of bitterness in his mother's tone. "Mom, we've discussed this countless times. Lisa worked abroad on a year-long contract. She couldn't return home during that time. You'll get along, you'll see." "Son, the main thing for me is your happiness," Cindy said, her eyes softening as she turned to Jack. The registry office buzzed with activity, as if the whole city had chosen this very day for matrimony. Cindy, Jack, a bunch of cousins, and his friend Luke stood outside the wedding hall. The anticipation thickened as the rest of the guests were expected at the nearby cafe. As the front door swung open, Lisa entered the room. She had a modest white dress on and clutched a bouquet of red and white roses. Jack ruched forward to hug her. A silent exchange of glances transpired between the bride's parents and Jack's mother, hinting at unspoken narratives and emotions. "Mom, this is my Lisa," Jack's face beamed. Lisa smiled carefreely, and Cindy hugged her future daughter-in-law. A weird sensation coursed through her body, prompting her to close her eyes for a fleeting moment, her head spinning. "Mom, are you okay?" Jack looked at her with concern. "Yes, son. It's probably because of the heat. It's very stuffy here." The wedding ceremony proceeded swiftly. A stern and slender registry office official collected the signatures of the bride and groom, declaring them husband and wife without extending wishes for a blissful family life. In the cafe, tables were already brimming with guests, mingling and sipping champagne. The newlyweds received a hearty welcome with a standing ovation. Glasses clinked, cutlery and plates rattled, and the lively voices of those present filled the hall. The bride's mother initiated the first toast, urging her son-in-law to care for her only daughter. The wedding festivities unfolded in a whirlwind, and the bride and groom were kept on their toes. In a rare moment of respite, Cindy approached Lisa for a conversation. "You are such a wonderful young girl, Lisa. I couldn't find a better match for my son. The only regret is that I didn't have the opportunity to meet you earlier," expressed Jack's mother. "Yes, I've pondered that myself. Jack spoke highly of you. From his very first story, I sensed a unique warmth toward you that I hadn't experienced before," shared Lisa thoughtfully, gathering her disheveled daytime hair and securing it in a tight ponytail. Her neck was exposed, revealing 3 red star-shaped moles behind her right ear. Cindy's mouth opened and she frantically waved her hands. Her voice vanished. "What's wrong with you? Are you feeling bad?" Lisa looked at her in fear. Jack approached, saying, "Mom, what happened? You haven't been feeling well all day today." "Jack and Lisa, I need to talk to you," Cindy almost whispered. The newly made relatives gathered in a small room. Cindy sat on a chair, Jack and Lisa stood nearby, and Lisa's parents sat on a small couch. "Listen carefully, Jack and Lisa. My late husband, your dad, Jack, and I desperately wanted children, and for a long time nothing worked out for us. Then, when we were completely desperate, a miracle happened. I got pregnant." Jack interrupted her abruptly. "Mom, let's skip the family history. Stay quiet, Jack. I have something important to share with all of you." Cindy continued. "We had a baby girl, and we named her Victoria, meaning winner." Jack's face contorted. He never had a sister in his life. "My husband and I adored our daughter," Cindy continued. "Once, when she was 3 years old, we went to the capital to visit relatives. And it so happened that in a large shopping center where we came for shopping, our girl got lost. We tried everything to find her. We combed the entire shopping center, got security and everyone around involved in the search. But no matter how hard we looked, the girl just vanished. We spent days looking all over the city, got the police involved, and had everyone on edge, but it didn't lead to anything. We were heartbroken, and accepting what happened felt impossible. It was just a nightmare. So, A few years down the road, Jack came into our lives. Cindy wiped off the sweat, and everyone present froze in amazement. Lisa's parents give each other a short look. Cindy pulled herself together and continued. Today I met Lisa, my son's fiancée, an outstanding young woman. Circumstances didn't let us meet before the wedding, but when I saw her today for the first time, it hit me like a bolt of lightning. At first, I couldn't figure out what was going on. I blamed it on the hot air in the room or something. But as Lisa and I chatted, she pulled her hair up and bam, 3 red star-shaped marks on her neck, just like my daughter Victoria had. Cindy's tears welled up uncontrollably. Lisa's mother took the lead. We were driving along the road, cruising down the highway outside the city, when I spotted something through the window. A little girl, maybe around 3 years old, was just sitting there on the ground. She was terribly thin, covered in dirt with scrapes and scratches all over. Naturally, we pulled over and approached her. I tried asking where her parents were, but she stayed silent, not uttering a word. We scooped her into the car and brought her home, cleaned her up, fed her, and tucked her into bed. She stayed with us for a week, and she never said a word during that time. It's likely the aftermath of severe stress. The room fell silent, everyone frozen in a moment of strong emotion. Lisa's mother continued her story. We fell in love with the girl at first sight and concluded that if a child was abandoned on the roadside, it meant someone simply wanted to get rid of her. So, we embraced her as our own daughter, raising her with all the love we could give. She became our girl in every sense. Lisa's mother broke into tears, and Cindy, overwhelmed, covered her face with her hands. Jack and Lisa exchanged glances, then turned their gaze to their emotional parents. In a moment of profound silence, Lisa finally spoke. I'm grateful to have 2 mothers now. It's an even more precious gift than our wedding. Jack's face twisted in sudden pain. Mom, he hesitated. So that means... The words caught in his throat. Lisa is my sister? Cindy released a heavy sigh. This isn't the complete story, son. 2 years passed after those events, and your dad and I decided to adopt. You were just 1 year old, and the moment we saw you in the orphanage, we knew you were our son. Cindy's voice broke into a sob. The room held a quiet scene, filled with unspoken emotions and a heavy atmosphere. Finally, Jack broke the silence. Discovering this on our wedding day is tough, but it doesn't diminish my deep love for all of you. It only makes it stronger. Now let me hug my bride, who fortunately did not become my sister, and continue the celebration. The tension dissolved, replaced by laughter and relaxed talking. If you enjoyed this emotional and touching story, please subscribe to my channel for more great stories like that. You likes and reactions mean a lot for me. Have a wonderful day.